Hey everyone, I hope you are doing good. In this discussion, I'm going to show you how to import bulk data using JobCube. And in case you missed previous discussion about how to import bulk records using CSV and Excel file, please check link is given in the description. If you want to learn more about Odoo, you can visit the Weblearns channel. Under the home screen, you can see Odoo 17, 18, 19 development tutorial. This is the main playlist and those are the topic wise sub playlist also available. And in case you visited these courses, you can just follow this playlist. All right, so let's back to our main topic, guys. If you didn't subscribe this channel, please subscribe. It will help me a lot. Plus you will get the latest notification about the upcoming sessions. So let's back to our main topic, like how we can import bulk orders. Before that, you can see here, this is our contacts underscore import module, right? Where like we have import records, right, using the CSV file or the Excel file, right? And this is the simple logic we have built, and this is actually trying to create a records from that file, either create or the update the record, right, using these two methods. So this is basically I'm going to modify this logic, right? And before that, like, let me show you one more interesting thing. So you can see here contacts 100 records, right, .xlx file. So you can see here total we have 1000 record, right? Now what I will do is, like, I'm simple going to this contacts, import contact and import. Okay, before I will click to this button, you can see here total how many record is available, 45, right? Once I will click here, you can see we have to wait, right? So here we have to wait until like the process is done. So I have to do another job, right, as a user. So either what I have to do is, like, I have to first wait here, or I will create a duplicate tab, right? And then after, like, I will go to here in the sales or purchase or the inventory part, like the next job I have to do, right? So that part, like, I have to do like this way. And you can see here it's done, and once I refresh, you can see 1045 record is available. Within a like 30 to 35 seconds it's imported this data, but still I have to wait for this, right? Now what we have to do is here, like, using this module job queue, right? What it does is, like, it will store the specific job into the background and it will execute one by one, same like the cron job. Okay, so first let me delete all these records, right? So today, so you can see today like 1000 record is created, right? So recently we have created. Let me delete all these records, and now you can see still we have a 45 records, right? So this job queue, right, by the way, this is a Oka module, right? Odoo Community Association module, and which is available freely in Odoo apps, as well as they have like own repo, right? You can see. You can also join as a member, as a contributor, right, or as a sponsor, because this is a good community. You can use multiple modules in different features, right? So basically let's talk about only this part, job queue. It allows postpone method calls executed asynchronously, right? By default Odoo is not asynchronous supported, right? So due to this module, it will execute any of your process using asynchronous. So for this, like, jobrunner is going to execute all the background jobs, right? So for that, what we have to do is, like, provide jobrunner using this with underscore delay function. Okay, so basically what we are doing is, right, self.env, then after the model name, right, and then after we are using here with context, right, or with user or with comp. So this is a one of the another method which you can call as a with underscore delay, right? And then after we have to provide the default method, the default Odoo's method, or our custom methods. So what it does is it will store into the background, right? And it's actually created a one record. I will show you. Then after there is some how you can use, right? There is a use cases and context is there. Then after here we have to do is like in a jobs to configure this module, right? So first thing is we have to open our Odoo configuration file, this one, right? And first thing is you have to find out let's say this server wide modules, this one, and you can add this module name here. Another thing is you can see this job queue, right? And simple we can use only these two parameters here. So this is actually for the job queue and channel, right? Root and to, like you can right now simple we have to paste like this. So don't worry about this part. I will explain everything in the new series which is Oka modules, right? And over there I will explain how we can configure and what it is and the purpose, everything. But right now our focus is how we can implement this job queue in our module, right? And that's it. We don't need to active right now any workers, because if you see here it says more than one worker is, it should be there. So worker greater than one, right? So what we did is like we just added a job queue in the load module, the server modules, you can see here, right? Job queue, and then after this channels equal to root colon 2, right? And that's it for the local testing environment. For the, you can also use the same in Odoo assets also, or on-premises server with this configuration, it is fine. And here recently I have added that job queue module here. Right now I'm using Odoo 19, so make sure you can also use the specific version, otherwise it will having some error message, right? Now that's it for this module. And first what we are doing is we are going to apps job queue, right? It's not available, so let me update the module first. All right, so it's available here, and if you see here technical data, like all these three modules installed. Now all right, oh, see, it's done here. Let me refresh the page, and now you can see job queue new module is available here, right? And you can see by default there is a status is that wait dependency pending, EQ'd, started, and the fail. Right now we don't have any record right here. Now what we can do is like we can go to here, we can select that file, but here we have to use that with delay. Let me close this configuration file, right? And another thing is, let me add here one more method, action import data, and same I will use here, right? And now what I will do is like I will use here simple with delay, and that's it. So with delay you can see here this one, right? Now I will restart the service. You can see here like refresh, right? There is no record is there. Once I will click, now remember guys, here just your focus should be here only, right? Just remember, first time once I click this button, right? So what happened is it started loading maximum 25 to 30 seconds, right? And then after this, the process done, and then after we can easily continue another job. But now you can see here, once I click, boom, that job goes to the backend, the process is done, and I will do anything here. Like I'm going to here job queue, you can see here there is a one job is already there, and you can see the stat is also started, right? And here you can see the this record is created this time, Also the start date is also the same because there is a one record is there, so it's immediately started this job. Another thing is you can see partner.import wizard, the record ID is 18, right? And it's called this action import data, which we have mentioned here, this one, right? And then after, like once I will refresh, you can see it's done. And you can also see the time duration, like how much time it will done this process. So within a 16 seconds it's done, right? Now let me go to here in the contacts, right? And now you can see 1045 record is available, right? This is amazing. And once this is goes to done, right? And once I will go back, so again it's only searching wait pending eq started and the failed one. But let's say you want to also check the done one, you can remove that filter and you can see here, right? There is a one more question in your mind. What if there is some error is there, right? How job queue is handled the situation, and then after, like how we can re-execute. So yes, that is also possible. So first thing is, let's say I will try to delete all these records. So we will do one more time. Okay. And here, like simple, I will use, let's say, print abc. So abc variable is not available here, but it's give us a error message, right, once this method call. Now let me restart the service. Then after, I'm going to here, let's say contacts, import job, and now you can see guys 45 record is available, right? But still it's failed, but still I'm showing you the figures. Once I will import, there is no error appears here. Guys, just remember our code written inside this method, right? So it goes to the backend now completely. Now I will go to here in the job queue, and now you can see it goes to the red color and it says failed, right? And here you can see the trace back. So here it says name error, name abc is not defined. Did you mean abs or did you forgot to import abs? So something like this, the specific Odoo's error message rising here, right? Now let's say in a few minutes we found, oh yeah, we actually the line number 20 have an issue. Now I removed, right? Then after I will restart the service one more time. Again I'm going to here and I will try to click to this requeue job from here, or once I will click to this list and I will say like requeue job. So it says it's a confirmation right here, like list of all the record is available here, and let's click to this button and now you can see it's changed to requeued, right? And once I will refresh, you can see it started the process. So it's actually trying to start the background process, right? You see here. Then after, oh, it's done, right? Fantastic. And once I will refresh, now you can see 1045 record is available here. And now you can see there are 2 successfully jobs done here, right? And another thing, maybe let me go to here, Odoo 19. So root, right? So there is a channels is there. You can also create your own channels, and for this channel we can execute 2 parallel, let's say, jobs, not only one. Right now you can see only one, right? But maybe you can also have a multiple users doing multiple jobs, right? And you just implemented this job queue for them to run this process into the background, right? Then it will work, it will simultaneously works 2 jobs, and this is the main configuration here. So I hope you understood how this job queue works in Odoo. right? And yes, another thing is, maybe you have a question. Let's say this is a transit model, right? And what if, like, I will try to resolve this error message after 5 hours, because in each hour the one more cron job is executing, right, which is the transit model, or records automatically delete. So in that case it's failed, right? So then after, like, we have to again do one more job. So for that, let's do one more thing. Let's say here we can also do one more time ABC, right? Let me restart. Let me add here, and boom, now I'm going to here in job queue. It's failed, right? And you can see here the job ID is 20, right? Let me go to here. Let me copy the database name. Now let's say delete from partner import wizard, right? There is a 4 record is there. I have deleted. Now let's say job queue started, right? And now you can see it's failed again. Why? Because that record is not exist. So what we have to do is, like, we have to again go to here import and re-import this process. Okay, yeah, this is related for the transit model only. But if you're working with the simple model, right, which is permanently stores the data into the database, then there is no any issue. This is the case. I'm just giving you the demo. So maybe, like, most ofly you got, like, we have to work for the import process with the transit model only, right? Because we don't want to, like, once the process is done, then after we don't need to reuse that record, right? So Odoo automatically clean that record. So maybe it's also happened, right? Sometimes, like, there is a one fed job queue is there, but it's we are on that time, like, we are using transit model, and like after 5 to 8 hours, or after 3 to 4 days, like, oh, we have to re-execute. So meantime that record is not available, then again we have an error message in it goes to the fail state, right? So yeah, that's it for this feature. I hope you understood how it works, right? And another thing is, like, my suggestion is, we can do one more way. We can, the validation part we can add before this with delay. So what happen is, let's say there is a user input is there and it's wrong, right? So first we can add the validation part before here, so user can again correct that information, and then after we can simple send the job to the backend, right? So yeah, that's it. If you still have any doubt, let me know, and see you in our next session.